My Little Pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My Little Pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. My Little Pony. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Hark! The ponies. Drat them. Double drat them.
Rainbow, quit it.
Confound those ponies! They drive me to drink! Confound them. Confound them!
My Little Pony friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brony Show, episode 302. I am your host, as always, here to bring you all of the fun and silliness of the Brony community for another week. I am Circuit Main. And I am also joined by a wonderful cavalcade of great panelists, including one that I am going to introduce right off the bat because I have to thank him. Oh my god, I have to thank him. He is the reason that we even got to be able to do our topic today after so much work, disabling firewalls, enabling ports, actually doing stuff that I trained myself to do. And I could not get it to work because apparently routers are a fickle mistress. First, thank you and welcome to Creature.
Yay, I'm here on the technicality.
And we are also joined by Toakoi.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? I took up with the show. I kid.
We have muted Toakoi for a moment. Now we are joined by Deathlight Productions.
How's everyone doing?
We're also joined by Short Circuit.
I live.
And, of course, the man who needs no introduction. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Actually, we'll go ahead and give him one anyway. Let's welcome Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yay, I'm gonna go be a dad.
Wait, what?
Go be a dad.
I'm playing more Dad of War.
Oh, have fun with that. Okay, now we...
Boy.
Boy! And now we've unmuted Toa. Why you gotta mute? I gotta mute because I think it's funny. And it was! It was hilarious.
Very great.
But yes, welcome to the Brony Show. And today, well, this week's episode, we are going to be playing, as I mentioned last week, a dog and pony game. An interesting little quirky game that is that is actually Java based of all things. I actually had to reinstall Java for the first time on my system in a long time in order to get the sucker working. And unfortunately, its online capabilities are curious at best, but Creature was able to negotiate them where I could not. But we do have a nice little multiplayer session that we're going to be ready to go. Of course, we'll invite others to join us in the shenanigans, so not too many. Because it doesn't exactly have a whole ton of space. But let's go ahead and start off with the best part. Well, the best part to warm up with, anyway. Of course, I'm talking about what's going on with our daily lives. A little bit of warming up of the vocal cords. And you can only do that with a little bit of, what's up, Brony? So, what's up, Bronies?
Other
This
than
past
slow-
few days have been a little bit rough, considering that my mom and I had to replace the front axle that goes into the transmission, not the whole entire transmission, of our van that she dropped the tree on when we were hauling stuff to just clear up an area that we own. Full hours when we could have done it in like 3. Because we didn't know that we could put it in neutral and turn the wheels so we could get to a bolt that wasn't. It was a fun Sunday.
Sounds like it. All right. Anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them?
Well, I finished college, so I'm now finally back with my parents, and I'm right now actually recording my sound booth because I was too lazy to drag my sound equipment back out of it again. And just finished my first shift coming back into my landscaping job. Yay, 11-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts again.
Yay, the 11 to 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, out of the sun.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're finally out of college. Is it a permanent outage now?
Yeah, I'm now graduated, so.
So now you got to deal with the wonderful jokes that they throw afterwards. The endless student debt, the impossibility of finding a job despite all the work you did, and ending up having to... Nah, I'm kidding. I'm sure you'll do something great, man.
I was about to say, I've already got a job lined up with a custom shop. I'll be working with them on the weekends.
Well, shit, you got me beat.
And I've already got 2 cars in line that I want to restore and sell, and I'll pay off my debt. So.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Mhm.
And anybody else have any other What's Up Brony that they want to throw out there? All right.
Like, what's up for me right now is I'm trying to find the connection I had earlier, but that Wi-Fi connection seems to have disappeared. I may or may not be in
Oh.
tonight.
I was connecting on the Wi-Fi. If I had one.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
was
still
gonna
got.
say I graduated college too in
I-
2006.
I didn't. I dropped out, but there was circumstances.
I graduated college with a technical degree in graphic arts, so yay, graphic arts.
Wait,
Yeah.
seriously? Really?
Technical degree in auto restoration right here.
High five technicals.
So you
So you don't
technically
need
got
one.
degrees.
It's like, well, when you're rebuilding cars, you don't really need any more than that.
I think right now my brain is just trying to figure out how in the world someone managed to survive college.
I'd
We
make a
used it, and it
comment.
was at least an hour's drive from home.
I'd make a
Not what I was
comment, but
implying.
it might be a little mean.
Yeah. You know what? I should give Toa more credit. Despite the annoyance he is still quite capable. So, well, I guess I learned something new about Toa. He survived college. Kudos.
Yeah.
Still took it during high school in the morning classes and afternoon a year later, but I still graduated.
Wait, what?
Yep, I could go to college while I was a senior in high school.
Oh, right, the college credit courses thing. Right, I remember that.
So I could have
Went
graduated.
to college in the morning and came back and did high school in the afternoon.
No, I know what you did. I know what you did. I saw other students do that. I didn't, but that's a whole nother story that with a lot of rage and mirth. So we won't talk about it. Instead, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Is there anything else that anybody wants to throw out there?
Yeah, well, I could have graduated high school early, but they didn't let me because they didn't think I was smart enough. So.
So you could have been a contender. You could have been somebody. But
Yeah, well,
instead-
yeah, I could have been a year younger and here.
I could have been a year younger. I could have been sitting there a year ago. But instead, I went to college, and then I made some bad movies. And no, I'm sorry.
I was say, for me, it looks like I got into college and aged 20 years instead of 2.
That sounds about right, right?
Oh, yeah.
Guess my history circuit.
What?
Nobody was supposed to know that.
What history? I didn't.
Jumped to college, went into a few movies.
I could have
See, what you
been
don't all know is I am actually Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
You're right. Okay. I.
You are just letting so much fun stuff about your
I-
people, aren't you?
Your people. What the? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go
What do you
ahead
mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? That actually makes me question things. Okay,
I said your people, you silly man.
your people, not you people, your people. What? It's still people. It's just the connotation. Okay.
What do you
Grabbing
mean,
the.
you horses?
Okay, I'm gonna. Unfortunately, we are Sans a train conductor, so I'm gonna take control of this crazy train and move on. Does
It's off the rails
anybody else?
already.
Does anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on? No. Okay. So, not exactly a What's Up Brony for me, but a little bit of a heads up. Next week will, well, next weekend to be precise, is going to be Everfree Northwest, and of course I am going to be attending over there. I'm definitely excited. Room, flight, everything is all set up and ready to go. So, Monday's show, we will still be doing
I heard
something.
I heard something about a train conductor.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
there he is. You spoke of the devil and he doth appear.
I
See,
was
it's already too late. It was already gone. It was off the rail. It's too late.
actually.
Oh, well, you want to call the dispatcher then?
Actually, you know what? While we got you here, we're gonna go ahead and hold our train conductor of the pre-show here hostage. So,
Wait, what?
Well, I am kind of curious, and I'm sure some people here are kind of curious. Apparently, there wasn't a pre-show because you're moving the entire operation.
Yes, actually, I am. Yeah, I've basically been shifting a lot of things. This weekend, I mostly just shifted my books and some bookshelves. But if you know me, I have a lot of train books, so that was an
True, I've
undertaking.
seen it.
How have you gotten into my house?
Do we?
You post a lot of pictures of your books. It's a while back.
Okay, that's fair.
Do we ever doubt anything he does anyway? He's just kind of like one of those weird things that manages to pull things off, and we never know why.
Honestly, that's not entirely wrong. But yes, so I'm currently moving house effectively from apartment to apartment. Basically just shifting towns, but even so, it's been an undertaking. So I just did not have enough time to write the whole show this week, because the flag stop, actually, believe it or not, despite the fact it is just a little less than an hour's worth of time, and usually we have it like only roughly hashed out anyways, it still takes a long time to prepare, especially those freaky knowledge questions. Because
getting all the analysis that we've done.
yes,
That.
a lot of that analysis usually doesn't end up being brought up in show. We overanalyze the shit out of this show.
We will pause a screen and talk for it for half an hour.
We have done that many times, as well as scroll through Derpy Board trying to find the right reference pictures, which usually don't exist. I actually, like last week, me and CMC were going through some episodes to talk about. We were going to talk about the Hippogriff Kingdom a little bit, I think, somewhat. And so, anyways, we were like going through a few different episodes, and every 5 minutes or so, we'd raise another question about the show, and then I pulled up the episode again and load that into Premiere, because whenever we overanalyze things, we do it frame by frame in Premiere.
Needless to say, I now have a folder on Derpy Boru just for maps, so we can try to figure out where things are, and I don't know where for this newest episode is.
Yeah, we can't figure it out. This newest one. We'll probably talk about it later when we actually start talking about the episode. But yeah, we were desperately last night trying to find where it was on the map, and this wasn't even in preparation for show. We were just obsessive.
Oh, you guys are talking about the newest one. Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about ponies, and yep, the newest ponies.
Obsessives.
Yeah. We are the types of people who will analyze backgrounds for hours just for no other reason than we're just trying to paint a proper picture of how this whole set works or whatever, or if something has appeared, if it's appeared before, or if a pony's appeared, if they've appeared before. Yeah. Actually, I think we did that with Granny's Gone Wild was the
Yeah, you
episode whenever
did.
we were going crazy
Yes,
going
we
through all
did.
the.
We
Yeah.
tried to make sure we knew where all 4 came from.
Which, by the way, Toa, although I
Mhm.
couldn't show it on stream, yes, it was Apple Rose who said that line. It wasn't the other one.
I
Which-
just went off the transcript. Blame
Yeah, I
me on
know.
making
I
that.
know.
I'm
That's
sorry,
the
we seem
problem.
to have derailed the show, Circuit.
I'm
Yeah,
well
sorry,
aware
Just
of that, and
20 minutes of.
in all honesty, I'm well aware of it. But I was trying to figure out something real fast and seeing if there was any human possibility of it working. And yeah, I have no
If you
idea
want,
what
we
I'm
could
doing.
go on about more about how we end up like wasting time trying to process a show before the show.
No, I don't
Or
think
we
I
can
can
just jump to
process
the
much.
art.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure I
know.
can process much of that, but just to give everybody a heads up, there will be a normal, everyday, all the fun show next week. However, the week after that, I'm pretty sure I'll be talking a little bit about Everfree Northwest. And then the week after that, we'll probably be doing a relaxer because the week after that, yeah, this is going to be one hell of a month for me. I'm going to High Roller PonyCon over in Las Vegas.
Oh damn.
Hey, me
Nice.
Viva
too.
Las
So
Vegas.
we're losing Circuit to all the conventions. Got it.
No, you're
Yeah,
not
I've
losing
already got the
me.
day off to go, so.
You're not losing me. I'm fulfilling my goal for the year of going to as many pony conventions as possible, and that's 5, baby.
I can only
Exactly.
afford 1 or 2,
All of,
so.
all of the conventions are abducting you and stealing you from your life.
Oh, that reminds me. I still need to book my train ticket to Baltimore.
I always got the same convention every year.
Me too.
For short and BronyCon for Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
We got-
afford to
we
go
got-
clear across the country.
we got people coming in from the UK and Europe too for this one this time.
Yeah, the BronyCon is the only one that I can get to easily because it's the only one that I can find that's like right on the Northeast corridor. PonyCon was a potential one for a while, but I think that one disappeared off the face of the earth, but I'm not entirely sure.
PonyCon.
PonyCon New York?
Oh, I think that one actually did. It didn't really have much of a life.
Yeah, no, I heard
Oh
mixed
no,
things about
actually
how
that
many
was
of
weird.
us-
That was weird because they were doing a big fundraiser to try to keep it going, and then nothing. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the website right now. It looks like they've only raised about 5,000. It looks like the website itself is still up. They're still trying to donate. But yeah, it's been completely silent since maybe 2017. Let's see, let's look at their Twitter here. Yeah,
What's
last
the
note
thread?
was June 2017, where they were shipping the last of their auction items. So yeah, this actually might be one of the more disappointing ways for a convention to go.
Yeah, from what I understand, it wasn't the most successful of conventions when it came to its general venues and organization, but it was still a convention that existed that you could go to, so it's kind of a shame to see it go.
Well, it's not completely gone. The website still has a lot of merchandise and stuff you can apparently still buy. Though granted, I actually might be tempted to fork over some money for this Legends of PonyCon t-shirt. It actually makes it seem a little bit more mysterious. The con that was and then vanished.
The con that never was.
At con, you hear whispered about, hey, there was once this convention called PonyCon.
But yeah, no, if anybody knows of any other conventions that happen like in the Northeast that are presumably Amtrak accessible, that'd be great to know.
Circuit, if you're trying to show a T-shirt, the giant.
Yeah, I just realized. Sorry. And yoink.
Giant batter's in the way.
There's 6 in the way.
Champion.
So many things in the way.
Yep, that's what we do. We're all in
Legend
the
of
way.
PonyCon.
Oh man.
All right, so yeah, I was trying to save an image here. I'm not gonna lie. Last 5 minutes, I've been trying to save an image I was sent for the show, for the actual MLP episode when we get to it, and it's been hell. I have no idea how in the world it got this difficult, but it did.
Oh, you mean to find episodes for the... Yeah, for SyncTube, yeah. that's actually been a huge problem for us.
Oh no,
in
I
just
figured that
general.
one out. I figured that one out.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay, I was only half paying attention. I'm stupid. Sorry.
No.
That one was
Yes,
a whole
yes.
nother a whole nother kettle of fish, but I might as well get into that a little bit here. Now for the show we were having a few issues, we still kinda are with getting the latest MLP episodes. Now the big thing is that Dailymotion has gotten a lot more strict about the episodes themselves, which it's to be expected. It was bound to happen at some point or another. It just happened to happen now. So now that it has happened, there have been some alternatives that start to pop up. Mostly, the two that I'm starting to see at the moment is people using Mega Download, and apparently Mega Download has a video displayer thing. And oddly enough, there was another one that actually got my attention a little bit. And this one being...
Sendvid or?
Yeah, that's it, Sendvid. Now, I actually did a little bit of testing. We can use Sendvid because it actually encodes it into an MP4, and we can grab the MP4 off of the site itself. It's actually quite remarkable and wonderful. And if anything, this actually makes things a lot more interesting because Sendvid is not as critical about more sensitive materials because of the way that it distributes videos. It's technically in a semi
state.
It's kind of in a semi-limbo state, and it's not openly broadcasted to people. You have to share it personally. So,
Yeah.
I think you're able to get away with a little bit more with it. So, lucky me, I've been able to figure out how to use Sendvid, also get the episode, get it uploaded onto SyncTube, get that all straightened out, so we are able to get the new episodes up and on SyncTube. The only problem is, and this actually was recent, SyncTube has not been functioning for the last few days.
SyncTube's down, SciTube's still up.
Yeah, I saw SciTube
Yeah,
was still
but-
up, so I grabbed our site off of that one. So we're still good there. We had our backup ready to go. We actually had a backup ready to go for once.
I will say it is slightly harder to find SciTube compatible videos. Slightly. I don't know, I had a problem with it.
Well, considering we tend to use YouTube and the Sendvid also works with SciTube in the same way, we're actually 100% ready to go.
It does?
Oh, yeah.
SciTube and SyncTube are using the same code base.
They might have tightened it up a bit
SciTube
since.
is the one that gets updated first.
Then why
usually,
was I having so many problems last night? Gosh.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I am bad at the internet, if no one has guessed this yet.
I
Well,
will say, despite me being a distributor of knowledge on YouTube, I do not know hardly anything about how it works.
no, but even I don't know how the internet works, and I've just learned enough to know how to get myself into royal trouble, or manage to keep myself out of trouble. It's kind of like that nice little walk the line kind of deal thing going on.
Royal trouble that the princesses show up on his door.
By the way, you're welcome for that.
Okay, I got everything now. I got it all set. I'm all good. Let's move on, please. We got a lot to talk about, but yeah, apparently
Move on to
PonyCon.
the art.
PonyCon has not been declared dead. I'm still gonna keep my fingers crossed that something happens and they still keep it going for other people's sake. It's obviously I can't go. It would be nice if I could. I hope I can at least try to get that tiebreaker T-shirt. That looks really, really awesome. They also have some awesome badges, pins, and other stuff. Wow, they even have a My Little tie for PonyCon.
I'm hoping that it does manage to stick around because it is a convention that's in the Northeast, and also that it's in like the best city for like public transportation. They've got a subway system that like basically just rules over all subway systems ever.
Unless
It's
it
like
gets flooded.
Okay, yeah, there's that. But compared to like other subway systems, it's pretty dope.
Oh, I won't deny that. All right.
Also, it's slightly sketchy, but hey.
All right. Well, let's. Apparently, we've actually stalled enough that Tech Stallion has joined us. High Tech. So I think that's pretty much our cue to move on with the move. Get on with it.
I don't know. Nobody in chat had been saying that yet, so.
No, but it's our cue to get on with it. Get on with it!
Get on with it. Okay,
On
okay,
with it.
fine.
Yeah, get on with it. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into our news. Now, we do got a little bit of news here, and I'm actually glad CMC is hanging out in the wings here, because I am going to need a little bit of his help with one news and article in particular, and we'll go ahead and get right into it. Now, the Gameloft MLP game has recently added a new update, and this one's intriguing, to say the least. Now, essentially, what it's added, other than its normal smorgasbord of new ponies, new items, new things that you can buy, it's also added group quests
At 3 different levels.
at 3 different levels. Well, it starts you off at 1, and then it goes up to 3 after you do a couple.
Yeah.
And
then it keeps looping through all of the different things. I believe people have had the same quest at the same level multiple times now, but the pro ponies are actually changing on them.
Oh,
So-
that's interesting.
It is actually changing up, but it's an entirely new mechanic to get more ponies and stuff, although it from what I can tell, everything they added is a comic character.
Not surprised there. They've probably been having to wait for the new season until they can make more characters, so why not go with the
Not
comic?
really. There's still characters from past seasons that they can put in that they haven't. I don't know why. I mean, I would love to see Garble around, but no, Garble's just being mentioned.
Of course.
So they're keeping him garbled?
Yes.
It was lost in translation. Ah, I screwed that up.
Well, I still like that. Even though it is disappointing we can't get an Ursa Minor, I am kind of glad they got the Sphinx cat running around now.
Well, everyone loves the Sphinx.
Well, yeah, apparently. That was really weird. Considering that you never even heard his voice, you just heard an old man voicing it. What am I? I am the Sphinx. I am wonderful and cute. Watch me groom myself. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I just took that.
Hello, slaves.
Hello.
I'm sorry, boss, but I would prefer the female voice that the fandom's given her.
Well, of course you would prefer the female voice the fandom's giving her. I'm sounding like this. I don't even want me, and I'm the one doing this voice. And oh wow, how did that happen?
Circuit, you made me think of Silence of the Lambs with that line for some reason.
But
Which
Anyway, get back on track here.
with these group quests, that there's points along them where you have to make choices based upon what ponies you have there, and the only for sure correct answer will be the pro pony, whereas the other 2 choices will be a 50-50 chance, and it's not consistent.
It's not. I was batting 1,000 earlier, then I started trying to do more of it, and now not so much.
Well, no, there's at least let's see. Trot Secret Step 2 Illusion worked for this one person that I'm looking at. But others tried Illusion on that same step, and it was a failure. It does flip between them, so you can't just use logic to choose your answer. You just have to, okay, which one do I want to choose this time? That one? Oh, I lost. Oh well.
Here we go. Found a nice little
Just
gif
go.
of what you see, actually. It's pretty much it. You,
Go.
yeah.
Just go with the pinky thing. It was under E.
Though there is one thing I do want to point out here that is pretty awesome of them. Apparently the pros that they have, they do sell them at a discount for that week. Along with that, they sell them for actual gems instead of just trying to make you shell out money like they did with other things kind of similar to this. So,
Yeah, they are putting them in the gem bundles, which is nice, because that is getting some that aren't regularly popping up available, including Thorax as a changeling, or as a pre-transformation. Because that one you're supposed to get through the Changeling Empire quest line, but I failed that. So is sitting in there, and I just haven't chosen. Do I really want to spend the last of my gems on that one? Because I've thrown a lot of gems into these bundles.
Speaking of throwing gems, just to throw another thing out there, when you start up these things, you don't just start them up and just start running through the storyline. You actually take ponies with you, and you could take a lot of them. I actually had my most recent one with ogres and obulettes. I had 92 ponies joining me on that one. That was kind of funny.
Each level has a certain number that you can have joining, such that, for most people, it's do you take all of your ponies and do a single diamond tier quest, or do you split your ponies between the silver tier and the gold tier?
Do you know if there's any difference on if you take as many as you can or just the minimum required?
The amount of little tokens you get each time you make a choice.
Well, there you go.
And you need to get at least 500 tokens to get that top prize box. And the percentages of what you can win change depending upon how many of the tokens you have.
Well, there you have it, everybody.
Interesting.
That's how it works. It's an interesting dynamic and really different how they're bringing it, how they brought it out this time, but it is still fun. I'm still enjoying it. So, yeah, I'll give them credit for actually putting a little bit of thought and trying something a little different here that isn't too bad. Though, granted, the 50-50 thing is a little annoying.
Although, from my keeping track of things, there's still about 10 ponies not marked yet, so I'm thinking there's also an event that's going to be popping up soonish. To get that and the let's see, I don't have 2 marked, so 4-ish shops.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's...
Next thing.
Yep, pretty much. It's good to know. So, if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. So, next thing, from our friends over at, well, actually, they changed it's now, Flond Flare Studio instead of, Fall of Anderfold. Well, it's still Fall of Anderfold, but that's the name of the studio now. The, Fall of Anderfold Outland has been released. Now, I'm giving them a little bit of credit here because it is interesting. It does still look like they use the same Warcraft 3 engine, but it actually looks like you're in somewhere because I'm seeing furniture. Looks like you're on some sort of wooden ground thing. It looks really intriguing, so I might actually have to give this a shot and see what happens with it.
And hopefully it won't crash.
Hopefully it won't. It's been interesting trying to play these, and they have been getting better little by little, so, got to give them some credit for keeping it up and keep working on it. Now...
He always... Sorry.
All right. Okay, no worries. But now, who's ready for My Little Pony Power Rangers?
Go, go, Pony Rangers!
Actually, that's a little bit more possible than ever before now, because Hasbro has stepped in and bought the Power Rangers and other Saban brands for $522 million.
Yeah, I heard about this, but now here's another thing. That means they technically own the rights to Digimon over here.
What, really? I thought somebody else did.
I had Digimon.
I'll have to take a look into that, but I know for the other
I
Saban...
think Digimon did change hands a couple times, so.
Well, I know it was for kids, but I thought I'll have to dig into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I do know: Power Rangers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, pretty much anything of the Japanese shonen titles that not shonen, Super Sentai.
Tokusatsu.
The Japanese Super Sentai that came out to the U.S. in any shape or form, except for maybe Superhero Samurai Cyber Squad. Is now in Hasbro's control. What does that mean? I honestly have no clue. But it is interesting, to say the least, and it does open up some interesting possibilities. Any thoughts on this one?
I'm just wondering if they're buying it for the brand or they're actually going to be doing something with it.
I'm sure they're going to be doing something with it because they did have a new movie come out. Power Rangers is still pretty popular. So,
My only question is, will we get some re-releases for older things that are like pony themed? Like there's a Unicorn Megazord and the like repaints of that, or new designs of the old stuff.
There's a lot of questions on that, and yeah, it looks like you're absolutely right. It looks like, oddly enough, yeah, Digimon was owned by Saban. I don't know if they still do. I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, so Digimon was originally owned by Saban. Then it was owned by Buena Vista Entertainment through Disney.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, Digimon Tri is being licensed through Show Factory.
Which is with Hasbro, more or less.
Well, they kind of do their own thing, really, but they do a lot of tie-ins for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so
let's move on before we hurt our heads here.
We could see the Digimon anime come to every family.
That
would be frickin' sweet.
Oh, you're serious?
That was too funny.
No, honestly, I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. Let's move on. Now, some of you who have been a little more eagle-eyed would have noticed that the Trixie rocket with Starlight has vanished off of a lot of different advertisements, including Equestria Dailies, which, unfortunately, I got a little miffed when I found out about this because I was scared that I was going to miss out on some awesome opportunity to have that awesome figure, which I thought was crazy sweet. Apparently, though, it was pulled because it actually was not intended to go up as early as it did. So Entertainment Earth screwed up, and they put it out a little too early. Of course, the pre-orders that were already made are completely safe, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, I didn't pre-order yet, so... But
shame on you, Second.
But yeah, along with that, there is possibility that the figure is actually based on a future episode, which is why they had to pull it. Because they
Yeah, but how long ago was it until they finally pulled it? Like almost a month and a half?
Pretty much. I actually was still seeing it in early April.
It's been a while. It's like, yeah, almost 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Damn.
They don't always seem to be on the ball that quick with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, though we have to give credit to the scalpers. They're already doubling up the price of pre-orders and throwing them on Amazon.
Of course.
Well, one anyway.
Well, of course they are, because they're scalpers. They have no soul.
Of course.
So, just to clear this up, so they are still going to be making it. It's just not going to be for a while. They just made the announcement too early.
They made the announcement too early. It's still going to be making it. It will still be coming out.
And there are vendors who are jacking up the price on a pre-order, despite the fact it's going to be coming back
much later.
Yeah. Some people just don't get it. It's just,
some people don't get it, and you also get the panickers that immediately think they're never going to get it again, and they jump on whatever price they get because, scarcity.
Fair enough. Well, on the bright side, it's good to know that that's still in the works.
Yep. So. It looks like the current release date projection is in August 1st.
I think that was the same release date that they listed way back, because I remember it was a summer date.
Actually, it was a May date. It was actually May. That's when
it was.
It was, actually. That's what makes this even more interesting.
Well, then I'm disappointed, because I want it now.
Well, don't we all?
It's like, I don't care if it's spoiled in an episode. I didn't know, and I don't even know what it spoils. I just want it. I want it on my bookshelf.
It's like, it's cool art.
It is awesome. All right, well, how about...
We did see the rocket in Horseplay. We did see the rocket, or something like it.
That might be related to that, but I'm not going to put money on that just yet. However, who wants
I
wants
would
to,
wager that was in reference to the My Little Pony movie credit sequence if I didn't know all the things that you people have been saying. Yeah.
Get on with it.
So, who wants a ghost pony?
I'm already a ghost pony. You got one.
Well, a figure line called the Vamplets has recently released the Ghost Pony of Gloomvania. It looks like a fanfic artist version of some sort of pony out of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, it's definitely got that feel to it.
Yeah.
Zero, the light up nose dog, whatever.
I'm not sure how to feel about how it's called Vamplets, because I'm pretty sure Vamp was the name of that one dildo based on the Twilight Saga.
Moving on.
I don't want to know either. But they got a lot of weird things there, like ghost pony, vampire baby, werewolf baby. What the hell is this? God damn it.
They're trying to work
Don't
off my
question it,
success.
just run.
Got it.
Yes.
Anyway, if any of you are actually curious and want to get it, here it's the size of a quarter. Well, 2 quarters.
That's a lot of detail.
Quarter
for
of a
something
pony.
So tiny, and also it's very Tim Burton.
I know that yeah.
That's kind of what we were saying. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Joe doesn't know what Zero is.
Let's move on.
I'm in a reference to Zero.
North Korea recently.
Oh no.
Actually, I stand corrected. No, not North Korea.
Not South?
South Korea. It just says Korea. I don't know why. Okay, South Korea. Probably South Korea. I hope South Korea.
You scared us all for a moment there, boss.
Well, there's a 50-50 chance.
For crying out loud, what in the world possibility would North Korean ponies ever have any kind of crossover anytime soon?
Ponies bring the world together.
Story of
Remember
how
that.
Kim Jong Il was born.
Moving on. So, McDonald's in Korea is advertising pony toys that are going to be coming out in June. Whether that means that they're going to be new pony toys that might be slowly making their way to the U.S. or as a rehash of one of the previous ones, we don't know yet, but something to keep an eye out.
Also,
That
Glassmore has
Glassmore
confirmed in
prize.
chat. Apparently, it is in South Korea. So,
Oh, well, I hope it's South Korea. Jeez.
He's right.
All right, and finally, but the most important, My Little Pony Cafe opens in Nippon with a lot of exclusive stuff for the cafe, including exclusive comic covers, merchandise, and more.
So, while we go and send Ace Reporter Sketchy to check it out?
Dude, I haven't even talked to him in months, weeks. I hope I could reach him. I would love for him to go out there and grab some of this stuff.
Just be like me to send text messages. Eventually they'll see it. And
I might have to try that. But yeah, a lot of different things, including pony patches, looks like key protectors, pouches, well, yeah, those are definitely pouches. Little bobblehead candy things. And yeah, they also got the comics with exclusive comic covers, no less. That has nothing to do with ponies. Neither does that. But yeah. But yeah, big old store with all of this crazy stuff.
But do you need those comics, even though they're going to be in Japanese?
yes.
Yes.
You do.
If anything, that would make it even more interesting. Because then I wouldn't have any point of reading it, and I could just put it up forever in a big plastic case, never touched by human hands again. Yeah. So yeah, it's a My Little Pony pop-up corner in Kyoto. As for the rest of that, I don't know. So yeah, there's that. All right. And let's go ahead and move on to our next segment, which I'm sure everybody's excited for. The challenge of the week. Wait, I forgot one? Really?
My Little Pony is up for a few 2018 Leo Awards.
Okay. Well, I never talked too much about this because they've been up for awards constantly and either
Yeah, I know.
But okay, yeah, they are up for some Leo awards. I guess we'll see if that happens. Right now, the awards that they are out for is Shadowplay Part 2 for Best Sound. And I gotta admit, this is one I should have seen coming, but it is kind of hilarious and painful. Vincent Tong's performance as Featherbangs as a Best Voice Actor Performance.
They-
Honestly, the first thing that did get me about My Little Pony was honestly the sound quality in it.
Mm.
It's good.
It is good sound quality.
Also, here's another thing. They are doing this to make fun of Justin Bieber. We
Oh.
all know this to be true.
Well, no, they aren't making fun of Justin Bieber. He actually did sound better than Justin Bieber ever could.
Ever wished he could.
All right, now let's go on to the fan submissions and suggestions. Now, as last week, the initiative was sent out for Toakoi and Treachery. Along with that, we had the Protest Initiative Challenge.
Which is ponies and insane amounts of tattoos.
And of course, we got submissions from both sides. So let's go
I
ahead and
think I
start.
win.
Let's go ahead and start off with our most intriguing of submissions with Dr. Bristle. And here we have Toakoi and Treachery with a floating Toakoi head with a creepy smile and a flag of Vietnam on the side of his head.
Of course.
Of
Okay,
course.
one, the hell,
Course.
and two, I have no mouth, therefore why?
I don't know either. And so, yeah, we got the floating Toakoi head with a creepy smile. We have a very angry-looking True Capitalist Radio face, which I'm pretty sure Dr. Bristle didn't make. And also, we have Dr. Bristle just sitting there. And apparently, you're sending, you're putting a left robot hand into rice patties or something. I have no idea
Food,
how
I'm
putting
a
a
robot.
robot.
I don't need to eat.
Actually, I'm trying to figure out how putting a robot hand in rice patties is talking Vietnam.
We'll just agree that this is a what the hell.
Pretty much the same old Dr. Bristle stuff. Always what the hell.
It's just the standard reaction. It's fine.
It's a standard thing. Well, we also got a Dr. Bristle over tattooed. And I'm not going to lie, he did not disappoint. So Dr. Bristle comes in with tattoos once again. And you can see right here we have Dr. Bristle with Joker, with a Joker was here, Manga USA, light bulb, flags. It basically just looks like he took his character and just literally started sketching random crap on it all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give him credit. It looks like all of that is hand drawn. So he took his character, well, except for the face. The face, that's a little too perfect. The white face right there, a little too perfect. But yeah, it looks like he pretty much did a lot of hand drawing and made a bunch of random tattoos all over himself.
So to analyze these tattoos here, we have a light bulb, a cross, a peace sign, some stars. I'm confused.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, for me, tattoos have to have meaning. So that's
You might need to
maybe
get
everything.
high to understand.
Actually, it looks more like it's a combination of his of things that he enjoys, as well as basically the same decals that you would see on a NASCAR. He looks like a walking advertisement in some cases. Apparently, there's supposed to be a Ghostbusters insignia in there, but I think it might be the one that looks like a bedsheet ghost with a cross on it, which looks nothing like it looks nothing like the Ghostbusters insignia.
On a side note, I find it funny whenever like I see a picture of the Pony Creator model with the standard Pony Creator watch, where it has like an oddly colored band, because you'd never see a watch with like a green band unless it was like for children.
Yeah.
Say that
Usually
as I
not,
look at
no,
my
yeah.
multicolored red, blue, orange, and black Lego watch.
We stand by our
That's a
statement.
Lego watch. That's for children.
Let's
That's absolutely it.
let's
The
go ahead
tat-
and move on before we get more shoe leather in our mouths here.
the
So
watch is tattooed on.
that's
Oh,
Dr.
leather.
Bristle. Now we got Toakoi, who went into the realm of cupcakes, and I decided, no, it just looks like he's messing with stuffed animals of the crew.
And yes, there is a fic to this.
Yeah, apparently he also wrote a fic.
Oh.
So if you want to read it, please feel free to go ahead and read it. I'm not going to, mostly because we just don't have enough time. It's 5 pages.
Why am I not there? Whatever.
Yo,
Am I
sure.
there?
Yeah, you're not in Toa's version of cupcakes. I'm sure you're very disappointed.
Whatever. It's like I'm. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
And for my tattooed, I just did Kratos with the same character.
Oh, that is.
Facing off against him. Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that was a tattoo thing. I thought you just wanted to do God of War for giggles. So yeah.
Nope. Technically, Kratos is tattooed.
Oh.
So yeah, there's that too. Glad
Okay.
I had that out already. All right, now Deathlight Productions. He only did Treachery this time.
Yeah, time.
So we have, it looks like a fence. It looks like Toa got dumped into a ravine. I'm guessing that's me saying, "Don't cross me again," can opener. I welcome this one.
I think that's
So do I
why
win.
my fic happened.
Actually, it'd been funnier if it started to do the whole thumbs up thing. Dun.
I just like to imagine that like somebody just took the Toa bot out to the end, just out to the end of town. You know that random cliff in Ponyville from season 3 where the CMCs
gorge?
launched? Yeah, where the
Yeah.
where the CMCs launched that golden apple cart off the cliff and into the swamp.
Oh yeah, that
Very
random
well.
cliff
What
on the
episode?
parade
No, that
route,
wasn't
yeah.
very well. No, that
No, it was the
bad
parade route. It
seed.
was the mud. It was the golden apple mud pile. You remember? They had a.
Yep, Bab Seed.
Yeah.
What you gonna
Remember
do?
that was the episode with Bab Seed, what we
What
gonna
we
do?
gonna
Yeah.
do?
No, yeah, it would be funny dumping him off of a cliff like that. That would have been beautiful. All right, now we got a new one from Clouded are the Trains Furry.
Ooh, he's got trains in his name. I like him already.
We're gonna go. We're
Uh-oh.
just gonna go with Clouded.
Crazy.
But he made one out of Source Filmmaker, including the
Oh.
old forgotten circuit meme puppet that is still lingering there.
I think it's still available on Steam.
Yep, I believe it is. I don't know why. I don't think it was taken down or at all.
I think I still have a copy of it. Like I was saying in the chat earlier, I actually tried several months ago to do something with some of those, but then I forgot completely how to use. I forgot completely how to use Gmod.
Well,
I
it's
dropped all of the models in a pile, and I just said, "That's good enough. Taking a picture and leaving." My work
Beautiful.
here is done.
pony pile click done.
In fairness, that's pretty much all you need to do in Gmod.
Yep. Now we gotta
Then
zoom
build
in a
your
little bit
idols.
here because there is some text. I made some calls, so have fun getting away from this one, Circuit. And looks like I am being surrounded by a lot of special forces. With not but some guns, some ammunition, my wits, and a standee, a turret. Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Pull a blackjack. You'll survive.
Yeah, say it's been a long time since we got a Gmod submission to the show. Like I remember there used to be I think Shadowjet used to post
Yeah, it
them
was
all the time.
Shadowjet. He had a ton of them that he would throw out like every week. It was awesome.
Yep.
I miss those sometimes. Of course, I think I still have them stored somewhere too, which I'm really happy for. But I really got to dig them up again.
I got a
Okay.
bunch of- like I said,
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of added characters because I learned at one point how to make the model
Nice.
or reskin the models properly.
Yeah, we got that's another thing we really need to do. We need to get those Brony show models and reskin them so they're not puppets but actual model figures.
You mean like the characters that you can run around and play as?
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be fun. But
I'll have to look.
for the moment, that's a sun dream for another time. And now for our final submission here. Mike Neist has a pony covered in tats.
Oh my gosh, Mike, that's awesome. I like it.
Yep.
It's all colorful.
It's all colorful, and it pretty much speaks for itself.
She's got clouds and like that weird arm pattern that you always see on tattooed armed people.
Oh,
and
the snake
like,
thing going on.
Fiery wings. Yeah.
Fiery
Pretty
wings,
legit.
yeah.
I think those are fiery wings. I don't know anything about tattoos, but I like it. It's nice.
Yep. Alright, and that is it for our submissions for the week. So let's go ahead and announce next week's challenge with mine. Starting off with, mine will be ponies with wild hair. And the Protest Initiative challenge?
Oh, right. The Protest Initiative challenge for this week.
Hardcore
Well,
porn?
because I am moving, I am going to go with the obvious choice of toaster waffles.
Of course, of course.
Why? Because at the end of all this, the one thing that I want is some goddamn toaster waffles. It's been a long time.
All I wanted was a nap when I was done moving.
So, be this a pony that has toaster waffles as its cutie mark? Maybe. Is this a pony named Toaster Waffles? Does this involve a pony having toaster waffles despite the fact toasters don't exist in Equestria except for in Discord's dimension? Because I fucking checked. Maybe.
True, I have gone on many a toaster hunt for him.
I've searched I've searched episodes frame by frame, various kitchen scenes. I've gone on so many leads that led to nowhere. There's a Wikipedia entry of a pony that supposedly has a cutie mark that's a toaster, and it's not. It's the standard run-of-the-mill cutie mark that's like a pillow or something that they mistook as a toaster. And I was so pissed by that.
And there's a bread box in Rainbow Dash's parents' house.
Despite the fact they don't have a toaster. What kind of world has a bread box and not a toaster? Bread boxes are pointless.
Yeah, well.
Seriously, your bread is just going to get like all moldy and stuff in there. Put that shit in the fridge or something.
Next
or
week's
be like
Brony
me and
show, we mentioned toasters to Coldust and just let him ram for 30 minutes.
I
Well,
can
I
totally
better get
prepare a
going.
presentation circuit. Don't doubt me on this. I could.
I'm not
And I
doubting you.
would.
That's the weird part. I am honestly not doubting you.